it's Dione Mason. Now here's your nutritional tip of the month. I recently added apple cider vinegar to my diet, and I know it will be a benefit to your diet as well. Now what I do is I take a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar before particularly large meals. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't taste very sweet. In fact, I usually cringe every time I have it, but it's an excellent tool to aid in digestion. What it does, it prepares your body to allow you to break down foods more easily. Now, many times you may find people who have issues when it comes to constipation and all those things that relate to poor digestion. By adding apple cider vinegar to your diet, it will help to aid in this and allow you to break foods down much better. Enjoy! So my exercise of the month, the strength exercise of the month, is a side plank with a side raise. Now I love this exercise because it's a compound movement, and I love compound movements because in daily life we use more than one muscle. So naturally it's good to strengthen those muscles combined, much like what you would do in day-to-day work or day-to-day life. So what we're going to be needing is a stability ball and a weight. You can use a weight anywhere between 3 to 5 pounds or maybe a couple more, but we don't want to go too heavy on the weight because we are going to be using a lot of different movements here. So the muscle groups that we're targeting right now are going to be obliques. We're also going to be working on shoulders and also rotator cuff. And we're also going to be incorporating transverse abdominis. That's a muscle that we have a hard time hitting with just crunches. So we're going to be using stability as well as balance to help target that muscle area. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. You're going to come down on the mat onto your side, placing the stability ball in between your legs first. I like to make sure that I'm right on my hip joint by just rolling my hips forward slightly. Ensure that your elbow joint is directly underneath the shoulder joint. Very important. And we're just simply going to do a little push and lifting the hips up off the floor. That's your side plank. We're going to grab onto the weight, and we're simply going to do a side raise. Nice deep breath in, exhale as you lift. So you want to also make sure that as you're lifting that weight, you want to keep the alignment of the wrist, stacking the joints, elbows, down to the shoulder joint, all the way up. Now, options here. If you do have any shoulder issues, you can come down off the elbow and come all the way to the floor, or you can place your hand on the floor so that your palm of your hand is in a side plank position rather than the elbow is on the floor. Also to keep in mind too, if this is too much of a challenge, because this is the advanced step that I'm giving you, you can take the ball away and simply put the legs together, or you can bring yourself down to your knees. And do a couple more, and here we go. Great, so I'm working the obliques, shoulders, rotator cuff, transverse abdominis, and a little bit of biceps and triceps. So my recommendation is that you want to be able to do this between 8 to 12 times or 8 to 12 repetitions. Then you can take a 20-second break and do it again on the same side, 1 or 2 more times. After you've done your 2 to 3 sets, then you can move to the other side of the body and do the same thing. Enjoy. So my motivational tip for the month is draws from personal experience. In life, I find that often when you have goals and you're trying to achieve those goals and you begin to achieve a certain amount of success, sometimes you begin to notice that you're fighting through certain obstacles, whether those obstacles be physical or they may come from individuals. But the key thing to know is that as you're pressing forward and these obstacles come in your way, I find that that should just demonstrate that, you know what, you're heading in the right direction. Don't give up. Keep pressing forward because it's going to be worth it in the end. So I've learned through personal experience that whatever you do in life, push forward, be determined, finish what you start, and it will all be worth it.